What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Savvy Sips, the podcast where we shake things up and take you behind the scenes of this bartending world. I'm your host, Gabby, Swag Daddy Owens, because, baby, look at me. Hello, how y'all doing? I'm a bartender here at DFW Bartending, and I couldn't be more excited for y'all to be back for another episode, baby. This episode of Savvy Sips is brought to you by DFW Bartending, your go-to bartending and liquid catering company here in the North Texas area, where we bring the party to you. All right. Today is a very special episode, and I'm excited. We're bringing back one of our OGs from the first episode, the queen of cocktails, the energy behind the bar, the one and only Savannah Breen.
Wow, I like that introduction.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
How you doing today?
Wonderful. How are you?
I am good. Are you ready for today's episode?
Ready.
I know that's right. Before we get started, though, you already know what time it is. Our cocktail of the week, which is a yuzu sour. Vodka, lemon juice, agave, topped with butterfly tea. Perfect springtime patio late night hangouts. We'll be dropping our full recipes on all of our socials at DFW Bartending on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So make sure you go check that out, and definitely make sure you tag us if you try it. Yeah, buddy. All right. Savannah, welcome back. How does it feel to come back and be in front of the mic?
Feels good.
Yeah, buddy.
Ready to rock and roll.
I know that's right. You ready to answer some questions? Get into the nitty gritty? Okay. Last time we got the origin of the story about how DFW Bartending got started, and the journey on that. Today, What first drew you into bartending? And
wow, we have to go many moons ago, huh?
Yeah, we do. We got to take it back. Was it just like for now, or was it like a job you did, going into building the business, or how did that come about? What made it so interesting?
I've definitely been in the bar industry for a long time. So, going back to waiting tables was the first one. And then got moved into the bar, and then just haven't really left that yet. So
right. How long did you serve before actually going behind the bar?
Probably a year. Mm-hmm. Not too long. Yeah. I mean, a year is a long time, but in the service industry,
it flies by. Yeah, it flies by. Long. You definitely start to lose track of how long you've actually been doing it.
Yep. And so even in a lot of the restaurants, you do a lot of like to-go orders and serving cocktail tables and the bar top and drink orders and the server well. So it's actually a lot of work.
It is. I've been
in
trying
a
to
restaurant
explain
compared to a bar.
Yes, that's what I be trying to explain to people. Like coming from the restaurant and like coming here. Like here was like a piece of cake because it was just like coming from the restaurant, you're doing a little bit of everything.
Yes.
So, that fast pace sometimes, rather you have 5-6 cocktail tables, a full bar, or whatever it is.
It could be a lot more work.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So coming here was definitely a piece of cake doing this. Absolutely.
Yep.
What was the moment you realized I'm actually really good at this?
I mean, I guess just being on top of everything. So you just realize, man, I just shot out, 5 drinks for this one drink ticket. Then I have 3 more. Then I have a to-go order I just put in, and 5 tables and took an order, and having a conversation with someone at the same time. I mean, you just have to get it down. So
yeah, everybody's not built for that.
No, not at all.
I think for me, it was actually running the service well. Yeah. Because sometimes that well could pop off and get crazy, be like 2 pages deep on the screen.
But is it just the server well you're doing, or the server well plus everything?
Plus everything. Yeah. So when you have a manager coming to you, be like, hey, I want you to run the well today. And it's just like, okay, but I think I would be better on the wood. You know what I mean? Working that, depending on, who you're back there with. But yeah, I think for me, that's what that was. Working the service well, getting those drinks out, and then having to turn around, take 5 people's orders, get that rung in. Just, it's crazy. It can get insane. And I've had a lot of attitude, too.
Oh, yeah. From the servers?
Huh?
The servers, the managers?
Yeah, everybody. And it's just like, I'm going to give it back to you
guests.
because can you do it? Can you come back here and run this well right now and push everything out within 20 minutes, after a ticket's already been sitting there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely get that. What was a night behind the bar that was totally unforgettable for you? Could be wild, hilarious, a disaster, whatever comes to mind.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, so even in like Boomerjack days, I didn't really work at night too much. So it was in the daytime, and people that are getting off of work tend to want to drink more than even sometimes at night. So the happy hour then, not late night happy hour, but happy hour then sometimes can get really crazy. You have St. Patty's Day, Fat Tuesday, Margarita Day. I mean, people like to day drink. So it might not just be one incident or, event, but just all of them together were always crazy. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, well, time to get off so I can go enjoy a drink.
Yeah. See, I never did the daytime stuff. I just didn't like getting up early. So, yeah, it was always night for me. But we had
But you needed daytime people.
No, definitely. Yeah. A lot of people didn't like working daytime.
Exactly. So that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I was cool off the lunch rush. Like in the beginning, I definitely had a lot of morning shifts, working that lunch rush, in and out, got people in there during their lunch, coming to eat and all that. But at night, it was a lot more fun for me, but it was also a lot hectic. Like football season, I used to hate. Like I loved it, but I hated it, especially when the Cowboys played.
So one night I did work at Boomers. So I remember this regular threw a chair over the railing and hit someone's car.
That's insane. See, people lose their minds. I don't know what it is, what goes through their head. Like they won't have a consequence after that. Like what? I know DFW bartending is your baby, but what do you personally love most as far as like building a business and working the events?
Well, working the event, they're all different. So not one event's the same. And so seeing different people and happy or enjoying whatever event it is, just seeing people satisfied and just everyone having a good time is what I enjoy. I enjoy hearing staff stories like, oh, I got to do this because of y'all, or I went and paid this off because of y'all. Working here, it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So it's just hearing about what staff can do with just a little extra money here and there. So
all the good feedback. Yeah, definitely. This was life-changing for me, for sure. And it's something I'm definitely blessed to be a part of, for sure. Yeah, I love it.
We're not going anywhere.
Nope, sure not, baby. Y'all stuck with me, okay? I ain't going nowhere. What's something you really weren't prepared for as a business owner?
Working all the time, not having a day off. We don't get to call in sick. We don't get to, hey, I'll pay you later, or, you don't get to spend time with your family as much. Now, it has changed a little, because we do have really good staff, office staff, and, bartenders and everyone that we can take a day off. It might not be all the time, but,
it feels good to be able to step away.
When you have your you time, it's nice.
Do you ever really enjoy your you time, though?
Sometimes, So even getting lashes, you're laying there and you're like, well, I need to do this. I can hear my phone ringing. This is vibrating. Okay, I got things to do, so hurry up.
Your mind is constantly just running.
Yes, it always runs. Yep. Yeah. So even when you try to turn it off, it's still
something will pop up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You think of something like, oh, I should have did that. So.
What's some of the hardest things though? Like as far as things that you have to prepare yourself for being a business owner. Like I don't know, knowing you got a busy weekend coming up. You know what I mean? And either you still need a body to fill in, or how do you prep yourself for those long weekends?
Yeah. So definitely football season, in the crazy fall. You just have to really breathe and just make sure everything is good to go. You're making sure our event list is good, making sure our check-ins are good, making sure our staff is good. Sometimes we check in after the fact, but so maybe we should get better into pre-checking on them. But, you just get so wrapped up in the busy season that you don't think about checking in on everyone.
And that's a lot of people to check in.
Yeah, so you have to breathe yourself in order for staff to breathe.
Yeah, that way everybody's not freaking out.
Yes.
What's your biggest learning moment or failure that has helped you improve and grow within this business?
Trying not to lose my cool so much. Having to think about some, emails or comments to anyone, really, like how you're going to reply to it. So sometimes you need to sleep on it and not respond right away. So it's something I'm still learning. So instead of just reacting right away.
Yeah, and I know that can be difficult sometimes when you're already frustrated.
Yeah.
And then you get a stupid email or text message and try not to take that out on whoever that is.
So it's still a learning thing, and I think that's for all business people in general.
Yeah, there's always something new popping up, something new to learn. How has school helped with that? Like you going to class and stuff?
So it's the Goldman Sachs program. It's really put to where some of our things are not written down for other people to know. So I know all the, what to do and everything. But if I wasn't here, does everyone else know what to do, what their responsibilities are going to be? If we have other people out of the office, do we know what to do? So a lot of it, your SOPs need to get written down, learning how to do your financials the right way, or, not rely on just the accountant because he might have missed something. So a lot of it is just relearning the business, because a lot of it, entrepreneurs, you just are doing it from the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
as
Learning
you go. A lot of them never really were like, oh, this is what we're going to do. We're going to build it all out, and we're going to have this, this, and this. But a lot of it just comes in the due time. So
yeah. Cool beans. I love that. Do you ever have self-doubt or imposter syndrome as a business owner?
Self-doubt, just not executing an event how it should have been. So if we're drop the ball on something, how we can do better, or, get more organized. How can we just make every event the best it should be?
Do you ever beat yourself up about it? Let's say we do drop the ball on something.
All the time.
Really?
Yeah. Like, reviews are number one, and of course I know we're not going to make everyone happy, but we are there, to make the life of the party. So even if you're having a bad day, you still need to put a smile on your face because someone paid you to be there.
Yeah.
So
suck it up.
Yep.
Even if it's a fake smile, okay? Just
yes,
show
please.
those teeth and nod your head. Yes.
We're all going to have bad days. We're all going to have personal matters outside of, the business or outside of the event you're just working. But, life happens.
Yeah.
How do you deal with it? Just smile on your face and go.
Yeah, we all got to learn that. I know I definitely have to learn that, understand that people don't care sometimes if you're having a bad day, but they know you're here at work and you're supposed to be doing whatever job you're supposed to be doing. Sometimes I hate that, though, because I'm just like, listen.
Yeah.
I'm struggling today. Yeah, buddy. Do you think bartending at a bar is a different experience from bartending events?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So, you're working in the bar. You can kind of wear whatever you want most of the time. You don't have to, I think, always have the best service. You can probably talk crap to some of your regulars or people more.
Yeah.
But in the events world, you need to be in uniform. You need to be on time. You need to be more clean cut. Not saying all the bars are, that way. But in events, it's just different. You need to have a certain tone. Yes. And, with other people or even the guests, how you interact. So it's not, and you don't have to know all the drinks at events. So that's the good thing.
It's not like you got a huge menu.
Yeah, or
of
shots.
cocktails.
That's what I tell people. Like, you don't have to know any shots because we're not making shots.
Yeah.
And you don't have to work till 2 a.m. So
I'm telling
way
you,
different.
I be telling people this right here is a cakewalk compared to being behind like an actual
No,
bar.
I mean, you do have busy times.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, it's just easy work. Like unloading and loading vans is not for the weak.
Not
so
at all.
setting up a bar and all that.
Especially if you're like by yourself having to
Yeah.
unload.
So,
What?
I mean, it can be a lot more work than just working, behind the bar. But I think it's easier serving. So just sometimes the setup and cleanup is what's harder.
Yeah, unloading and loading sometimes be the hardest parts versus actually setting up the bar and actually serving. So it's just like at the end, you're like, oh, got to load all this back up, got to pick
But that's
up this
why we're
heavy
different
cooler.
too, because we can do all that. So
Keeping
and not
it
just
open.
a bar or
Yeah.
just bartenders.
Yeah, we bringing a whole experience to you, a whole experience. What's one piece of advice you wish someone told you early on?
Probably just to, listen more. Like when you are networking, for example, and to remember people's names, events, and then you can use them more, So I feel like maybe having one person in your back pocket the whole time. And so it's almost your best friend in the industry. It can be, another competitor, but I think just having someone that knows a little bit more and asking them questions. So don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah, to speak up.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. What's the craziest thing? What's the craziest thing you've seen happen at an event you worked?
Well, working at a bar at night one time, this guest threw the chair over the railing and hit someone's car. Then the police came.
Did they go to jail?
I don't think they did, actually, now that I
Really?
think about it. I don't think so. I think,
They got carried away with that?
yeah.
That's
But maybe they
insane.
did. I don't know. I don't really. The cops came, so I was like, yeah, well, now we're done. So,
That is it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I experienced something at an event. The DJ and one of the guests got into a huge fight. It was insane.
oh,
You remember that?
no.
No. Yeah. It was where was it?
Oh, and yeah.
Waxahachie.
Waxahachie. Yep, I remember.
Yeah,
now.
that was insane. He got jumped by the whole family. That was crazy. Oh man, have you ever had to deal with a guest who was way too drunk, and what happened?
Yes. And so you just try and, give them some water, a soda, maybe if there's appetizers still left over, some food, and just try to politely tell him that he's cut off. And then you get security involved. So, because you don't want to cause a scene, but you do need to let him know that we are no longer going to be serving him or her.
Yeah, because the moment you try to cut somebody off and they're already too drunk, they like to cause problems. What's the weirdest request a client or guest has ever made?
To have blended drinks.
Blended
wedding.
drinks.
They want you to bring a blender and make pina coladas.
Absolutely
And put them in pineapples.
Absolutely
But they didn't bring
not.
a knife to cut it. So I got this little knife that I cut limes. You can't cut a pineapple with that.
There's no way. No, who told you we could do that? Or we would? No, that is ridiculous.
She just assumed.
That is insane. So as we know, yesterday was opening day. We had a huge tailgate. And if you weren't there, you missed out. And that is your business because we told you for a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Okay? So, opening day. Let's talk about that. What made y'all even want to do a huge tailgate? Is this something that y'all do every year for opening day, or was there something different
Right.
that made y'all want to do
Well,
this?
so, opening day, it's a big deal for baseball. People who are not even true baseball fans love opening day. So they just go, it's a party scene, really. So, but, our location, of course, we're right across the street. So it's nice that we could actually host it And we have such a bigger space compared to our last, warehouse. So it was a good opportunity to showcase what we do have. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, baseball is true to like Charlie and I, because that's how we met. We both were bartending at the ballpark, the old ballpark.
Yeah.
And then that's how we met and worked there for, 7 years? 8 years?
Both of y'all?
Yep, both of us. So Charlie started before me, and then I started the 2011 season.
Did y'all work at the same bar together, or
We did.
Y'all
Yep,
did?
yep.
Okay.
So, and then a lot of females never lasted, and so then I lasted 6-7 years.
Of course you did.
Yep. I had to go change kegs myself and everything. They would bring the keg out. I could not bring it. They would bring it out on the dolly, and then I would change it.
Yeah, them cakes are extremely heavy. Oh
Yep.
my gosh, they're ridiculous. You got to put your back into it, shoulders, arms. Oh my goodness.
And don't get a keg bath.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
So, working at the old ballpark, like you said, that's how you met Charlie. Like how'd that story happen? Like y'all just became friends from working with each other and just started going on dates? How'd that go in?
Yeah, so we would all work and then go to the parking lot and have, some drinks in the parking lot. And that it would be anywhere from like 5 to like really 25, 30 people. So all people that worked at the ballpark all over. So you had security, you had ticketing people.
That's hilarious.
You had people that did the Jumbotron, all of it. So we would just go into the employee parking lot, H lot, and have drinks there. Sometimes we would go to the bar. But Charlie worked only really on the weekends because he was in the education world and the manager at the time. We had to be there so early. The gates opened at 5 o'clock, 2 hours before the game. So you have to be there 2 hours before that. So he didn't really work as much. So I had only really seen him on the weekends. And then we just hung out. And then I met his family in July. Started in April, met his family in July. So
hey, fast
forward
paced.
to,
Okay. Yeah, buddy.
10 years later.
That is crazy.
11 years this year.
What?
Married.
So how long have y'all known each other then?
It'll be about 14 years.
That's wild.
14 years this year. 15.
Hey.
Yep. So
Y'all been out there doing the doggone thing now. So
we got married in 14. And then 2017 is when it went down.
It went down?
So, yep, I hit rock bottom.
I got you.
Yeah. So, I got fired from the ballpark.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So,
How'd that go down?
Showed up drunk and a little intoxicated, we'll say.
Okay.
And the bartender called Charlie and was like, you need to come get your wife. She's going to get in trouble, so.
He had to come get you, and then that was it as far as, like, the ballpark.
So I got sent to HR, and HR told me to go take an alcohol and drug test.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, so therefore, Charlie had to pick me up and take me to the doctor to get that all done.
Yeah.
Yep, so I was telling him, like, well, I'm going to fill both of them, so,
Just being
okay.
honest with them. Yeah, letting them know, hey, I've been out here partying. Okay.
Yeah. So meanwhile, that was at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon at the bar, because then I had to be at the ballpark at like 2 or 3.
Oh, you was out there wilding,
Yeah.
huh?
So, needless to say, so that was a Wednesday. So Thursday we looked at rehabs, where like my insurance where I could go, because addiction runs in my family. So I already knew I had like an issue.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I can relate to that.
So we looked
part.
at facilities. We went and checked one out because, of course, Charlie wanted to make sure it was good. And then Friday I went into rehab for 30 days.
Yeah. And the rest was history after that.
But that was like the best decision of my life. I mean,
Yeah.
it really was. Like, of course, getting out was hard, and like you find out who your true friends are. So, but, it was the best thing ever, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
Now
and
look
it
at
saved
you.
our marriage. Not that like our marriage was ever really rocky, but I mean, it definitely made things so much better. And Charlie doesn't really drink anyways. But then it's kind of how like DFW started too. So
Did DFW start like while you were?
no,
No,
so,
it was
I
after.
mean, Charlie had started it when he moved down here and he had the name, but like we did a few things together, but you know, that happened 2017. I took an office job. I loved it, but then it wasn't the bar industry.
Really, you took an office job?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. No.
What? I could never just sit there and look at a screen. Ooh, Lord.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so the office job was with, you know, our good friend Gary.
Gary.
And so he still shares the office with us. And so I got out and I needed a job. I couldn't go back to the bar.
Right.
You know, I got a new phone number and I got like, it was almost like starting over.
Yeah,
so
different lifestyle
Gary
now.
took me in.
Yay,
and so
now.
I was his office girl.
Hey.
Help him stay organized and everything. And so then, like I said, we still had DFW and I was missing the bar, but not like the alcohol part of it, if that makes sense.
No, I got you. But as far as like just bartending within itself,
Yeah.
or just
Yeah, it was just something, but Charlie knew like he didn't want me to go back into that lifestyle again. So, you know, it was very baby steps, which was fine. So, like I said, we posted like on Thumbtack, and then we got a job, and then it kind of led into everything else full force.
Yeah, buddy. And that's something I definitely commend you on, is having that past and still being able to come back into it and be okay. But how was that transition for you? Were you scared, like
Oh, absolutely.
coming back?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
wondering if, you would.
But a lot of it, like, I wouldn't go back to drinking just because, one, I didn't want to disappoint Charlie. I had already disappointed him in so many other aspects when I, ran my car into the garage door and I had to get a new garage door. I let my dog out, so there's so many other things.
Yeah, right.
So, like, I just didn't want to, like, disappoint my family.
And put them through that again. Yeah, I got you.
So I knew I didn't want to drink, but I knew I enjoyed serving drinks.
Yeah.
And so, like, fast forward now, like, I got a business to run. There's no way I'm going to drink and tell you, oh, yeah, I could do that for $200.
Right.
When in reality, like, why did I say that?
Yeah.
It's because alcohol does that.
Yeah.
But, the world we live in now, like, is it Gen Zs that don't really drink?
Yeah, not at all.
And so, like, it's so nice to go to the bar and, like, see all the non-alcoholic options besides juice and, water or tea.
Yeah, the non-alcoholic
Like mocktails.
drinks. Yeah, it has definitely come a long way. I didn't realize how far it's come. You know what I mean? Walking into a liquor store, and now it's like they got a whole little section now.
Yeah.
And I think that's dope. You know what I mean? People who aren't fond of drinking, or who is recovering. So it's just like you can still feel a part and not have to drink, or even feel pressured to step back into that.
Because it's all a social thing.
It is. That's how it always starts for a lot of people, is socially. For me, it was like that for a while. After work, we're all like going out to drink, and I wasn't a huge drinker. So once it happened, I was like, yo, I was like, where did this come from? Like, I had to slow that down immediately. Then your body just starts to react to it.
But so I have 1 month and it'll be 8 years.
Hey, baby. I love that. Look at you now, okay?
But so like even if when I like do a straw test, like no, it doesn't even taste good. So even if I wanted to, it would take so much to get back to acquire the whole taste of alcohol. But, there are lots of people that can drink in moderation and that can control it, just not everyone.
Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody is different. Do you think your experience, all that makes you a better business owner? Like all your experiences through starting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I know like I said, I hit rock bottom. Like I lost like the main thing because I loved working at the ballpark. Like it was, how like Charlie and I met. So it had so much, it was so close to my heart. And then like when that happened, it just, hurt. And so now it's like, well, I've gone from, like I said, the very bottom to like owning a business and having, a 15,000 square foot warehouse and having vans and multiple people working under us that look up to me. And so I definitely can't drink, because I don't want to lose, the trust in all of my staff either. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are definitely a success story for sure.
And, like I feel like anyone struggling needs to ask for help, and that's the big thing. And so like I tell people, I'll go to a meeting with you. I don't care. We can talk, we can go to coffee. Because then you have to find something else that you're addicted to or to replace something. And so it's definitely sweets. Gummy bears.
Yeah, buddy. If y'all don't know Savannah, she loves her some candy, okay?
So,
something with some tahini on it.
Yes. But that's even like for cigarettes or anything. Like people need something, especially, that habit or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you just replace something with something else.
Yeah.
Hopefully more healthier, but So.
Yeah, buddy. Oh man. Well, I definitely appreciate you.
But like I said, I know some people will judge because like, how can you own a bartending company and not drink? But
you're
like
showing
said,
that, you know what I mean?
It's more now like you have a business to run. You can't drink.
Yeah, you can't mess anything up. You can't because now everything's on the line. Your brand's on the line. All of that. Your business. So
absolutely,
your motivation is different. Do you think being a business owner helps you to stay sober?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Once again, everything's on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, everything is on the line, and you've come too far to.
Sometimes you just act like it's club soda. I mean, a lot of people already know now, but like when you meet people and you tell them like, oh yeah, I don't drink. They do look at you weird, like.
I hate that though. I hate the fact that how are you going to judge me for not drinking, but you got 2 drinks in your hand?
Yeah.
Like.
So, but you just smile and say, I just don't drink.
Mm-hmm. Respect that. It is what it is, baby. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you for telling that story.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anytime.
I feel like a lot of people need to hear that.
Yeah, and not everyone knows. I mean,
yeah, it's not something you just go walking around talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I went to rehab.
With a hat and everything.
Or branded.
Well, yeah, no, I definitely appreciate you, sharing your story. And like I said, I definitely commend you for it, because I know a lot of people can't do it. A lot of people can't go back into that scene at all, of any sort.
Yeah. I mean, it took 2 years at least to do that. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Hey, now. Well, y'all know what time it is. It is rapid fire, okay? Savannah, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and you're just going to answer with the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Let's do it. See. A client asks for a surprise me drink. What are you making?
At a bar?
Yes.
Oh, well, whatever I have right here. So, well stuff. Here we go. Gin, Tawaka, maybe some lime juice. That's what they made it at the bar in Arizona for the plunger shot.
Really?
For the boys, yes.
Oh, that's insane.
How good do you want it? Not good. That's what they did. It's almost like a bar mat shot, but
yes, no, for real, for real. Oh, Tawaka, that is insane. Oh, crazy excuse you've ever heard for not tipping.
I left my wallet wherever they were. Oh, it's over there. Oh, I got you next time.
Oh,
I just don't have money.
Oh.
I paid all my bills. But are they?
Right. Oh, man. Drink you'd ban forever if you could.
Fireball.
Yeah, Fireball ruined me. I'm not going to lie. Maybe that was my fault, but It definitely ruined me for like 2 days.
Yep.
Rumple too. Rumple can go.
Oh, yes. Rumple's what led me to rehab. So, yeah. I probably had like 6 shots of Rumple.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Rumple. I remember my first time taking a Rumple shot. I had no idea what it was until I put it in my mouth.
Yes,
and oh
but
my goodness.
It's very minty.
Yeah, that's fine. It's minty. It's
So
a
I
little
always
thick.
thought, like, hey, they won't even know I've been drinking because
Get
it's
out of
minty. Yeah. Sounded good at the time. Well, apparently not. I got fired.
Oh my goodness. Damn, Rumple.
Yeah.
Ever told a guest you were out of something just because you didn't want to make it?
Yes,
Hell
absolutely.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Sure did.
The blender doesn't work. No, we cannot make you a
daiquiri
frozen
or
pina colada. Strawberry daiquiri. Is that what
We're
you
out
said?
of puree. I'm sorry. You want just some ice and lime juice? I can do that
I
for
can
you.
do it on the rocks all day.
For real. One thing you never leave an event without.
Money. My bar's supplies. I don't want to leave it there. Turn back around, go get it.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. Left something. Yeah, that's how I've lost a lot of my bar supplies. Don't know how, but yeah. Oh, my name tag.
Yep.
My name tag too. I don't
Phone
know how I
charger.
keep losing that thing. Charger, never taking it inside. Absolutely not. But my name tag for sure I lose all the time. Most annoying reaction when people find out you don't drink.
They just look at you crazy.
Yeah, like you're the weirdo.
Yeah.
When they're the weirdo. Yeah, I said it, calling y'all weirdos.
Sometimes I think they think it's awkward. And I'm like, no, now you're just making it up.
Yeah, exactly. Offer me a soda or something. Like, oh man. Biggest misconception about sober bartenders.
That we don't know how to have a good time. We don't know how to have fun with other people.
Be social.
That we don't know how to actually do a job and stay sober.
Yeah, and that's messed up because Savannah's a good time, okay? Know that. She is still a good time. She'll hit the dance floor with you and everything.
Or they think you're going to probably, fall off the wagon and start drinking right then.
Mm-hmm. Just a whole bunch of judgment.
Yep.
And not trusting.
But there's a lot of sober bartenders.
Yes, I've met a couple, and one of my homeboys, he's been sober for, almost 20 years, and he still bartends, and I respect it. Like, we'll take shots before a shift, and he takes pickle juice shots. So I take pickle juice shots with him. Yeah.
Red Bull shots.
Yeah. Some type of juice or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Pickle juice is where to go, though. They get me riled up for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, buddy. All right, Vanna. I'm so happy that you came back today. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself. You brought your whole heart out, putting everything out there. You know what I mean? Letting everybody know about the hustle. You are an inspiration, okay? For sure, you are a success story. And anybody out there who is going through what Savannah went through, just know it is possible.
Can do it. Yep.
It is possible to come on top. As you see, look at where we're sitting, look at where she's sitting. You understand? So just know.
You do need a good foundation, so people that can back you, that will support you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, buddy. To everybody out there listening, thank y'all for hanging out with us. All right. Make sure you follow us at DFW Bartending for behind the scenes content, drink recipes, and upcoming episodes of Savvy Sips on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. All right. Make sure you like this video, comment, and subscribe, baby. Until next time, sip smart, stay savvy. Love, peace, and hair grease, baby. We are out. Yeah.